it's not that it necessarily doesn't get easier. I think you get used to the time in, but it doesn't get easier to get into it. Like once you're in, you're good if you've been doing it for a while.
Been a minute since we last kicked. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let you in.
Now we're on to 100s, so 8 times 100, 15-second rest in between the 100s, race pace, not gonna be fun.
In the 50s? Yeah. So there and back 10 times with 15-second break in between.
He's saying, bro, whatever he's saying, don't listen to it. It's not true.
When you come back by 100, you have to go back again. So
I agree, but in theory, you're supposed to go faster than the 50s.
yeah.
So it's
it's less time. Think about it in positive headspace. Less time.
40 minutes, 2,000 yards.
You got something real life, babe. You wanna get with me, stop.
Some mornings I don't wake up until like 6:15, and I'm here by 6:30. So some mornings it's just a banana, some mornings it's oatmeal, some mornings it's a bagel, just whatever I can get down. Like this morning it was a bagel. Some mornings it's nothing. Those mornings are tough. They're really tough because then you're just like training on an empty stomach. You're running, like swimming, lifting. I don't get home until like, typically now it's been like 9 o'clock. So I used to meet my VA every morning at like 9 a.m. That was our meeting. Well, I kept having to be like, hey, we're meeting at 10. Hey, we're meeting at 10. And I finally yesterday just told her, hey, listen, my trainings are taking too long at this point because like with the full coming up, like it's starting to ramp up more and more, and the trainings are getting longer. So I was just like, listen, we're gonna meet at 10 every morning now. So I'm not really getting home until like 9:15, and that's when I finally eat my like bigger breakfast. There's like 3 eggs, a bagel, and like 2 or 3 slices of bacon. I try to get a protein shake in too, just to get some extra calories and protein. Like the half Ironman, we got like a day of rest, and then it was right back to it. Just because like typically we already have another race we're signed up for. We only get like 3 or 4 days of lifting, so we try to make sure that we're like hitting one muscle group pretty prominently. Yeah, so the one this month is in Maine. That's July 27th, and then we have the one in September. That's the full Ironman. So we have a half and then a full in September. So we haven't even changed our schedule from training for the full. So we're just gonna train like we don't even have the half coming up, and just use that half as like a training day, almost. Because I mean, basically that's what our trainings are, on the weekends. This weekend was crazy. We had an 80-mile bike ride, which took 5.5 hours, and then a 50-minute run afterwards, which we ended up shortening to a 30-minute run. The next day we ran a half marathon, so that took around 2 hours. So my weekend was completely shot. My legs were dead. The funny part was like Ryan had his new bike, so he had plenty of liquids and hydrations. On my current bike, the bottle rack fell off. It broke, snapped, and the screw broke off in the hole, so I couldn't like attach a new bottle holder. So I only had one bottle, and then I had to carry a bottle in my hoodie. So luckily we stopped at a couple convenience stores and just refilled or got water. That was the longest bike ride I've ever had, 80 miles. The best part about summer is like after I like plunge, I can just come out directly in the sun Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to plunge in the winter. I think it's gonna be miserable.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky.
Originally, Kristen wanted me to buy this car, which is the Model X. Pretty sick car. It's got the lights, and then the captain seats. Yeah, and then it has the screen in the back as well. And then obviously, yeah, the doors as well. What I didn't like about it is if you sit in here, you don't get the panoramic ceiling here.
Yeah.
So like you get it kind of up into the driver's seat. I mean, you do in a way. You get like this little section right above the passenger. And so you have the controls right here.
Gotcha.
So you can put that up if you wanted, or you put it down. And then you can hit this button and this folds up. So I mean, I don't know, to me it's pretty cool. So now that it's like eligible for the tax credit, you can take this and either use it as a down payment off the car, or you use it as a write-off on your taxes. And it still has a frunk too. This is pretty good, $799 lease back for the long range. Obviously you gotta put 5,000 down. It's limited to 10,000 miles, but, and then this is the new Model Y. So this is the brand new version of my car. You can see they like updated this. They put lights all the way around. These seats are heated and cooled now. And then they put the screen in the back. So your passengers can like change the song. They can turn their heated seats on. To me, it wasn't worth waiting for, because I bought mine in 2024. They came out with that in 2025. We were just talking about the different types of like prospecting that, you know, agents can do. And there's a couple different lanes, right? And I'll name a few. So you got cold calling, you got direct mail, you got circle prospecting, which is like when you get a listing in a certain area, you send, you know, mail to them, you skip trace them, you cold call them. You have social media, you have your sphere of influence. So there's a couple different ways that an agent can prospect to get new leads and to also nurture their leads. Obviously, cold calling is one of the harder ones because one, you have to build a skill of closing leads and being able to reach out to these people who were not expecting a call and did not ask you to call them. And then you have to close the deal, and it's just like you have to take 100 no's to get one yes. And so like I've done it, and I think everybody should try it just to kind of feel what it feels like and to get told no a couple times. And it's not no. The word the seller uses is not no. It's a lot harsher. But we were just talking about like, I could either go back to that, or I could just like go all in on social media. Today I'm gonna show you how one seller really trusted my process, and now we have 10 or 11, I think, showings on one day as soon as we go active. And it's not miracle work, but at the same time, I don't understand why some sellers fight so hard on like the process and the systems and everything, when the agent is the one that does this every day and they understand the processes and the systems. It's always when they trust me and say, hey Chase, like, I know you know what you're doing. I've seen your systems, I've seen your processes, I see what you do on social media. I trust you, do your thing. That's when they have the most success and see the biggest wins. You get to choose whichever way you want to market and whichever way you want to lead prospect. My choice is social media, and it's one, not only to do that, but to document my journey and to be able to help others. Like the future of the team and like how we wanted to differentiate ourselves, not only with clients, but with agents as well. making sure that everybody felt like when they come onto the Kinsa group, the culture is such a good fit for them that they don't want to leave. Like, of course they could go somewhere else and get a better split. Of course they could go to this person and get mentorship. But the culture around what we're doing is so great that they don't want to leave, and we want to make them to where these agents on the team are so good that they could go do their own thing if they want it, but they don't want to leave the culture. So like that's huge for me. Like there's two things that I want to provide in my business is good customer service and a really good culture for the people that work for me, because that's what I've always enjoyed. The Instagram is like mission driven, team HQ, central place to showcase your values, house tours, team culture, mission incentives, which makes sense, right? Like think of it again as like the landing page. When a client comes to this page, they have to instantly know what we're about.
This is Instagram, right?
Yeah, the client or the customer that follows the Instagram is your agent or someone that wants help building a business versus like a seller or buyer that's gonna follow me on Instagram, but they might follow me on TikTok. My other thought is like, okay, well, if I do similar things that I'm doing on TikTok, on Instagram, like these guys are doing, once you have that proven system, now you can still you could still host like coaching and like post stories and stuff. Like agents are gonna follow you for ideas, right? And now you can post like, hey, if there's any agents that wanna learn my system, here's how I'm getting all this traction. Okay, if we're posting for the agent and the coaching client on Instagram, then the only place we're really prospecting for leads as far as sellers go and buyers go is TikTok. Well, TikTok on my personal. And then, yeah, you have the Kinsa group, but you also have the Discover page that could probably translate those leads over as well. And like the Kinsa group, I know it's not to grow a big following, right? Like not many people follow real estate team pages. I'm sure you don't, you know what I mean? Like nobody wants to follow a real estate team page, but like if they follow a local guide that is a part of the real estate team page, or my name could still be on, like it could be Chase and Kristen, local Anne Arundel County guide.
Right.
I really don't think I want to do much more at first than like just house tours and just like continue to do house tours. Because the last thing I want is like someone to like look through my TikTok and then like click the link to my Instagram and then it just looks like a completely different account.